The views and opinions of the hosts or guests of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of the management or staff of Intercom Memphis. Good Saturday morning. Welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports. Now, here's your host, Larry Ray.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray on Sports 790. We talk outdoors for the next 90 minutes as we start our 14th year on the air, which is hard to believe. Last week's show, 13 years. The celebration continued throughout the week. Lots of prizes given away. Actually, someone wanted a trip with Ron Wong to fish at some private lake, but I said, no, I can't do that without Ron's permission, so well, I'm not going to tell you who it was. But you'll just have to work it. Yeah. So anyway, Ron is in with me this morning.
And how is everybody this morning? Good morning, everybody.
Everybody can hear Ron. I know that. Ron can't hear us, but we can hear Ron. He's coming in fine. So and not only that, Ron's in studio as he is the second and what we call the bonus Saturday, the fourth Saturday of the month. This is the second Saturday. So we keep all these times together. So, but also second Saturday of the month means that Bryan Brasher is with us. Good morning, Bryan.
Good morning, Larry.
And
Good to be with you.
Bryan is in the metropolis of Middleton this morning. Bryan's been a busy guy.
Population 606.
606.
And, I added 2.
Yeah, you
to
did.
The population a while back.
You did. And how old are those twins now?
They're 9 months old now.
Goodness.
They're all over the place.
That's amazing and everything. And a lot of folks don't know that Bryan doesn't just write outdoors. He's a busy man, right?
Oh, gosh, yeah. I mean, as you well know, this time of year,
yeah,
the preview sections for high school football have to be done, and everybody gets their piece of the pie when it comes to that. And really, there are people on staff who have it worse than I do. I've only got 8 or 10 schools, but those 8 or 10 schools have 4 or 5 items that you have to do for each of them, and they all hinge on getting in touch with coaches that are working 18-hour days and might not necessarily want to fool with you.
No.
It's I won't say it's just not a fun time. My boat's been dry for a while.
Well, that's but you to be truthful, you don't mind the Friday night games because I think you like football. So.
If I weren't covering high school football, yeah, I would be at a game on Friday night anyway. I really enjoy football. I can sit and watch anybody play. So no, that part doesn't bother me at all. And this part is really important. All these kids deserve this publicity. But, man, when you look at the list in front of you and realize the parts you still need to check off, it's a pretty daunting thing.
Well, I know that Ron also loves a little bit of high school football. He loves to be around high school football and keeps up with all that. But he also likes to fish, and I know that fishing time here, this is August now, Ron, and somehow we survived the coolest July that I can ever remember.
And, it's not too bad here also.
Well, I just think that August time comes. This weekend, folks, you have a chance to go meet and greet Ron Wong.
That's right. I will be, let's see,
Today, Saturday. Today's Saturday.
I will be on at 1 o'clock talking bass fishing.
Fall bass fishing.
And at 3 o'clock, crappie fishing.
At the Mid-South Hunting and Fishing Extravaganza, the world's longest title for a show, but Ron is my anchor out there for all the seminars. They got over 15 hours of seminars and in the seminar room, and we'll have Ron Wong out there. The first seminar of the morning will start at 10 a.m. with Walker Morris of the Mid-South chapter of Quail Forever. George Brent, 11 a.m. I know that Bryan knows a lot of these guys.
Sure.
George Brent will do a coyote hunting seminar. At noon, Chris Knight of Shelby Forest Taxidermy. Going to talk some taxidermy, then Ron at 1. Johnny Cornbread Warren at 2 p.m. Honky Tonk Guide Service, talking Reelfoot Lake and Canada waterfowl. 3 p.m. Ron Wong, 4 p.m. Rodney Ward Trout Magnet, and 5 p.m. Rocky and Jamie Burris of Sweet Addiction TV show, and so they're going to be out there. And that's all today. It starts at 9 a.m., goes to 7 p.m., then tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. But I know, Bryan, your busy time and everything that you have to kind of lay back on some of the outdoor stuff, but I know that it won't be long. It won't be long till we'll be fall dove hunting and everything.
Yeah, hopefully, last year what happened was Ron Higgins,
yeah,
who may be the best SEC rider ever. He left and took another job the second week of the season, and I ended up having to cover, of all teams, Ole Miss. and it was terrible.
You hear that, Ron?
Ron
Yeah, Ron. He asked you. He said that he ended up having to cover Ole Miss. And so that's.
Hey, Bryan, when you're down there, I want you to look me up, and you can get
tell him I want some food. Absolutely, I want some food. I'm going to come to your tent.
And by the way, we will feed you well.
Yeah, he said he wants food. He does.
Absolutely.
Larry, you've been there, done that.
Yeah, you don't have. It's like stepping into some kind of a exclusive restaurant when you go in there.
Last year, you guys were there for a breakfast game.
Yeah, we were.
And we had eggs to order.
Why don't we start? We've only been on the air 8 minutes, and we're already into food. And Brasher brought it up. So why?
Thank you, Bryan.
Yeah, that's what Ron's going to think about and everything. So when it gets busy like this time of the year. So
hey, and you're right about the Mid-South Hunting and Fishing Extravaganza. That is the longest name for a hunting and fishing show in the world. I like to joke that Ken Freeman must have named that.
Oh, no,
because he's one of the most long-winded people I know, and he had to have come up with that title.
Ken Freeman, a long-winded person, he said. He came up with a long title.
But if I were going to choose two people to listen to at seminars, I would listen to Ron Wong. I would listen to George Brent.
Yeah.
Just on the coyote hunting, really interesting stuff. I don't think a lot of people realize just how much fun it is. It's hunting. It's true hunting. And then Ron, you can't go wrong listening to Ron.
No, he'll probably bring along a few relics of the past of some of his big fish. He's always holding up that same fish on Facebook all the time, everybody said. It looks like the same fish.
It does.
Where do you keep that fish?
Bryan knows better because we released.
Yeah, and I wasn't the one that campaigned for that trip to the private lake.
Okay, you weren't? Okay.
But if he wants to take me over there, I'm in.
Well, he's got that same fish ready for you.
Yeah.
He's got it in a little place there. He just throws it and everything. But, hey, Bryan, we appreciate you being with us this morning, buddy. And don't stay don't work too hard. You got a family to take care of and everything. How's the pond coming?
Oh, the ponds. Man, I got tilapia that are going to have to be landed on deep sea tackle. These are the biggest tilapia I've ever seen. So things are going really well with the pond.
Yeah, he's wanting his invite.
He's already got it. He knows.
You got it, the invite. As it
starts turning cold, he and I are going to catch tilapia out of my pond.
Okay, and he's going to cook it, right?
Yeah.
Will you grill it? Will you grill it? I'll come if you'll grill it. I can't eat it fried, right now. So that's a whole nother story. You'll grill it for me. Okay. Okay.
Perfect.
Well, all right, Bryan, buddy, thank you, and we'll talk to you later. Stay safe, okay?
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Talk to you guys soon.
All right. Talk to you soon. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bryan Brasher from the Commercial Appeal, and if you notice, he's kind of been cut back on some of his space and everything else, but we appreciate him. All right, we're going to take our first break in the morning. Be right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray on Sport 790.
Watch the sunrise, new day's dawning, and it's calling you and me.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, and we appreciate visiting for a few minutes with Bryan Brasher, outdoors reporter for the Commercial Appeal, who's normally in studio with the one and the only Ron Wong.
Good morning, everybody.
Is it Ronald? Is it Ronald Wong?
It's actually Ronald.
It is Ronald.
That's right.
What is your whole name?
Ronald Kenneth
I like that. Okay.
Wong.
Okay, Ronald Kenneth Wong. I just want to make sure it wasn't Ronald McDonald Wong.
You never know.
You never
Here
know.
we go again, talking about food.
Yeah, that came in there. Hey, we got an event coming up next week that a lot of you folks need to know about, particularly my good friends at deer hunt and things along that line, and everybody knows the quality work that's done by the Quality Deer Management, our good friends there. And so next Thursday, that's August the 14th, at the Agri Center in East Memphis, is the third annual QDM Wolf River Branch banquet, and we have Justin Lawson on with us this morning. He's a regional director for the QDM, and based out of does a lot of his work right in our area here in Kentucky, Arkansas, and Tennessee. Good morning, Justin.
Good morning. How you doing, Larry? Appreciate you having me on today.
Glad to do it. So tell us what's going to happen on August 14th. Give us some information there.
Yeah, well, our banquets is our grassroots fundraising is what we do with our branch, and we're going to have live auctions, silent auctions. We're going to have raffles, and 25 to 27% of the money raised that night will stay here locally with the branch.
Okay, all right, and you say auctions. You got some items that you got to throw out there that maybe might say somebody said, "I'd like to go get that."
Yeah, we've got a gun of the year, a Weatherby Vanguard.
Ooh,
it's a stainless steel barrel.
Yeah,
we'll be auctioning off. We'll have 1 in 12 chance on that. We've got custom grunt calls that we'll be auctioning off. We also have an African safari hunt.
Oh my! Okay.
That will be auctioned off as well.
Yeah.
It's for 2 hunters and 2 observers, and we'll also have a Canadian fishing trip as well to Long Lake, Ontario.
Wow!
I want to win that.
Yeah, you like that, wouldn't you? Yeah, that's all on August the 14th, and the Sea Wing Banquet Room at the Agri Center, 777 Walnut Grove. It's the 3rd annual Wolf River branch of the Quality Deer Management Association, and I know that. So, Justin, your duties. What are your duties with the QDM?
Well, my job is to support branches in all 3 states: Arkansas, Tennessee, and Kentucky. I help my branches with their fundraisers and their educational events as well. A lot of our branches will host youth hunts for kids and educational events, field days, and so forth. And my job is to help support them in all those areas.
Well, you might tell our listeners exactly what is the QDMA, because
Yeah.
I know what it is because I've been around a long time. But tell them what it is.
Yeah, we're a national nonprofit wildlife conservation organization dedicated to ensuring the future of white-tailed deer, wildlife habitat, and our hunting heritage. Those are our 3 main focuses within the organization. We also have our REACH program, which stands for Research, Educate, Advocate, Certify, and Hunt.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of things and fight for the everyday deer hunter.
And I really like your rack pack for your youth program.
Yes. Our rack pack is designed for kids 17 years and younger, and the idea is to get more kids involved in the outdoors. We feel like it's our duty to introduce more kids and get them involved. 10% of today's hunters are 18 years or younger, but they're 100% of tomorrow's hunters.
Yes. 10%. Is that what you said?
I believe so. I believe that was the last.
That's about right. Yeah. That's and so that's what we need, whether it's not hunting or fishing or anything. And Ron will agree with that because Ron is heavily involved with youth programs for fishing wise here. And I know you grew up in Arkansas, isn't that right?
Well, I was born there. I've lived in this area most of my life, in the Memphis area, but got family over there. Did all my growing up hunting over there, duck hunting and rabbit hunting with my grandfather. So spent a lot of time over there. So Arkansas kind of feels like home as well as here.
Well, I know how that is because that's where my roots are and everything. But now you do a lot of your hunting in this area. So tell them a little bit about what's it going to cost and what time everything starts and everything at the bank.
Doors open up at 5:30, and we'll eat dinner around 6:45, and that's going to be catered by Corky's Barbecue, which is always a good meal.
Oh, we're back into food again. Here we go. Okay.
Love it.
Yeah.
Our single tickets are $45, and that includes a 1-year membership and the meal as well. We have a couples ticket for $65, which has 2 memberships and 2 meals. We have a national sponsor ticket for $250, which includes a national sponsor membership and a meal, and you'll get some gifts from our national headquarters, a lapel pin, a hat, sticker, and so forth. And then for Rack Pack for kids 17 and under, it's $15. That'll include a Rack Pack membership and a meal for them. And our Rack Pack memberships, Larry, are they have special memberships just for kids. So we have social media and all sorts of things that are age appropriate for them. So that's always a good thing. And then we have a sponsor couples ticket for $275 and a corporate table for $500, which includes 8 people.
Well, I know we're talking to Justin Lawson. He's a regional director for the Quality Deer Management, and I know that for you folks out there, this is a wonderful organization. It's been around since 1988, has over 50,000 members in all 50 states and Canada. And I know your Wolf River branch is a pretty active branch, isn't it?
Yes. We've had several educational events. We went out to Ames Plantation last year and met up with Dr. Allen Houston, and he presented an educational event for us. And then this year we toured a farm down in North Mississippi and had a really good event. Well,
I know our good friend Buck Gardner and Mike Crum, they've kind of helped you out with some good stuff too, haven't they?
Yes, sir. They sure have been great support for us.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, so Justin, how do they I know I've got this posted on my website, LR-Outdoors.com, LR-Outdoors.com. You can go to that, but how can they get tickets?
They can either call me or we have tickets at the door. My number is 901-233-4021, but we will have tickets at the door. It is not sold out.
Okay, you can get tickets at the door, and that's at the Agri Center in the C Wing Banquet Room. And everybody knows the Agri Center is right there at the corner of Walnut Grove and Germantown Parkway. Great facility. Dinner is going to be served at about 6:45, and the doors open what time?
5:30.
5:30. Well, Justin, thank you, buddy. Y'all have a great one, and say hello to everybody out there. Hope you raise a lot of money, okay?
All right. Thank you, Larry. I appreciate it.
Thank you. We'll talk to you later. All right.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Justin Lawson. We're surrounded by Justins. We got Justin Wooten in here and Justin Lawson. Let's see if I can get somebody else. Justin Wong here. Come in here.
That would be me.
No, then you're
I got to tell you something. You know, it's pretty amazing. August already. And,
yeah.
And hunting season is just around the corner.
It is.
And, I mean, we're less than a month away now.
And all those hunters will be off the water.
For season and everything
They'll be
else.
off the water, won't they?
Thank you, Lord.
Yeah, that's right. Get all those hunters off the water. So, and speaking of that, appreciate everyone from last week's show, the 13th anniversary show. Ron called in, which appreciate Ron doing that and all the stuff that he's done. So if you have not picked up your prize, you only have till next week, and if it's still here next week,
I get it.
Well, there's some nice ones still in there, but most of them are picked up. But don't forget, if you're listening, if you got that steak dinner, you got to be out there at the Selby Forest General Store. You get it out there. You don't come here to pick it up and everything like that. And also those tickets to the show. I know Dennis Davis won that 4-pack ticket to the Mid-South Hunting and Fishing Extravaganza this weekend. Dennis, your name is at the will call window there. Get out there today if you haven't already been. Dennis, he said he's going to take his 3 grandkids. Get out there, participate. Lots of things going on at the show today starting at 9 a.m. Ron will be out there in the Peanut Craft Lure area.
Right.
Get a chance to meet Ron and go to a couple of his seminars.
Love to talk to you.
I've
got a bass fishing seminar at 1 o'clock and a crappie fishing seminar at 3 o'clock. And, oh, by the way, everybody that attends, you may have a chance to win some door prizes that I will have.
All right. Did you hear that? Ron is giving away door prizes.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you need a door or not, but he's going to give one away.
Yes, I have plenty of those.
I have plenty of doors and everything like that. But that's today at 9 a.m. at the Agri Center, 9 to 7 p.m., and then after that, tomorrow, Sunday morning, from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m., and the Big Buck Contest and the duck calling contest. All that's going on out there. And this year on the taxidermy and the big buck contest, they're going to have away some People's Choice Awards. You have a chance to actually go and vote for what you think is the best looking taxidermist or best looking big deer and everything. And Jody Schultz, who was on last week's show, talking about that. And that's down in the southwest corner of the Agri Center. Always an impressive place to be, to see all those big bucks and see all the taxidermy work they've got going. The duck calling competition, it's going on in the amphitheater. You can't miss it. Just listen for it.
Absolutely.
It'll be going on Sunday.
You know,
it'll be going on Sunday.
There's a real good chance of rain today, and the good thing is the whole show is indoors. Come on out.
Air conditioned, indoors.
Absolutely.
And there's food out there. Oh, golly, there I did it. I said it again.
Golly.
There is food out there. I know that. I saw Mark Lovell and Josh Lovell, all the great folks from Expo South. I've talked to them, and I helped put together the seminars, and Ron's
Yes, you did. Did a great job. Thank you, Larry.
Ron's out there kind of coordinate things for. Drop by the Peanut Craft Lure booth. Peanut Craft, I'm sure, will have some show specials. And
yeah, he's got a bunch of show specials, and of course, you know, crappie, the fall crappie run is getting ready to start. So, you know, you need to get your tubes, jig heads. He's got the best deal on jig heads. The only jig heads that you can buy with different weights and different size hooks.
Wow.
So, you know, you can get a 16th ounce jig head with a number 1, 2, 4, or a 6 hook. A lot of people like those different size hooks. I also want to make mention that going on today also is the Darrell Worley Tennessee River Run celebration.
Oh, yeah, the big concert.
Yeah.
The big
They
concert.
got the big concert this evening where actually Darrell is going to be singing.
He will.
You know, in the last several years, he hasn't done that. He's kind of let all the people that he's brought in, like the Ronnie Millsaps of the world and everything else, sing. But he's going to be singing tonight, and golly, what a great benefit for the Darrell Worley Foundation.
In Savannah.
In Savannah,
Tennessee.
Hardin County. And I have to tell you, you know, people wonder, well, where does this money go? It goes to the Darrell Worley Foundation. The Darrell Worley Foundation not only supports the Darrell Worley Cancer Center in Savannah, but several other charities also, including our own St. Jude Hospital here in Memphis.
Yeah.
And he's also developing an outreach program for those in Hardin County. Did you know? And the reason why Darrell's doing this, it was a great story that I had a chance to listen to with him. Hardin County, Tennessee, is the #1 county in meth labs.
Really?
It is so poor. The county is so poor.
Yeah.
Per capita income is one of the lowest in the U.S. That's why you have all of this illicit drugs, crime, and those kind of things going on. People trying to make money. And so Darrell is very cognizant of this, and he's developing an outreach program to try to get people trained to get jobs and that kind of stuff.
That's a wonderful thing, and that's going on tonight, today over at Savannah, Tennessee. So check it out. And don't forget, again, the Mid-South Hunting and Fishing Extravaganza. Drop by and see Frank Barton from Barton Power Sports.
Oh, he's going to have some great toys.
Whoa, he's got some great toys.
He's got some great toys.
He'll probably talk to you about that new slingshot from Polaris, too. But that's at the Agri Center, and that's at Savannah. All right, let's take a next break. Come back, and we'll talk to one of my favorite people. It's going to be about food again. The one and only, the sporting chef himself.
Oh, wow.
On Outdoors with Larry Ray
so
on Sports 790.
Watch the sunrise, new day's dawning, and it's calling you and me.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray as we start our 14th year on the air right here in the family of the Intercom Radio. Justin Wooten is our show producer. Ron Wong sitting in with me this morning. Good
Hey,
morning,
good
Ron.
morning, everybody, and also happy beginning 14th year
14th
on the
year.
air, Larry Ray.
They said it
Great
couldn't be
job.
done. Said it couldn't be done. I'm
Great
still around.
job.
That's right. I was just a pup when I started this.
Yes,
know?
you were.
And I'm
Still are.
Yeah, well, I look like a pup, that's for sure. But this next guest, of course, all of y'all know him. You watch him on TV. You've seen him. You've read his books probably. But this is my mentor. This is where I went to school to learn to cook.
And he would be my mentor also.
Yeah.
Anybody that does what he does.
Well, why don't you? Yeah, you want to introduce him?
No.
You're from Sacramento too.
Go ahead,
They've
Larry.
been talking off the air. That's my good friend Scott Leysath. my tongue is going crazy here and everything. Scott Leysath. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning, guys. Larry, you still cooking?
I'm always cooking, man.
Good.
I'm a cookie. That's for sure, and everything. And for folks who really need to know that I actually was in a class with Scott. Okay, Scott.
That's another deal.
Okay, well let's verify this. Justin, can you punch that other button right there? Will the other person on the line right now verify that I was in a class with Scott?
Believe it or not, yes, Larry Ray was in a cooking class.
Do you know that voice, Scott? That's Mike. That's Check It.
That's Check It.
That's Check It.
Well, of course it is.
Yeah.
Good morning, all.
Good morning,
Mike.
I had to surprise you, Scott, and let verification, like a hole-in-one. You need somebody to witness this. And nobody.
Well, and Mike can cook too, can he?
Yeah. Yes. Mike even knows what we cooked that day, right, Mike?
I do remember it. I kind of fancy myself as a foodie, and I always remember everything that I've eaten that was fantastic. And we did some great stuff that day, including I think some Muscovy ducks and some bread and barbecue sauce. It was quite a good time.
Well, I wanted to shock you, Scott, okay?
This is good. It's like old home week.
It is like old home week. With Check It on the line now, he's in St. Louis, and we miss him here and everything. But, hey, Scott, I know, and Mike can verify this as we keep Mike on the line here a little bit. Going into a new season, everything is rolls along. You're doing this. You're on the Sportsman's Channel on Friday nights, Friday morning, 10:30 a.m. Central Time. Sunday morning, 6:30 Central Time. So, what are we looking for this season?
On the Sporting Chef show, we've got a whole bunch of different people cooking, and I've been trying to hook Check It into getting on the show too. But we've got
you got him right there.
Fred and Michelle Eichler, Tiffany Haugen, Stacey Harris, the Southern gal that people love.
Yeah,
Shanna Waller from Skullbound, Melissa Bachman. David Draper's cooking on the show, and so it's not just me. I call it short attention span cooking, and we're going to give you a whole bunch of ideas from Texas Redneck to James Beard award-winning chef on how to make your fish and game taste better.
In 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah, it's fast. I mean, I can only watch me on TV for about a minute and a half. and so I'll have 7 or 8 different people on every show giving you tips there's C-Dub. If you remember C-Dub from Public TV, he's our cast iron expert.
Yeah.
And, I'm telling you, we got it covered. I want to keep myself entertained.
Yes.
And attention spans have gotten a little shorter these days.
Well, I tell you what, and I know Mike Check It, you've worked with Scott for a long time and everything, and I'm going to ask you, of course, I know from my personal self that I know he's just saying this for a minute and a half, but not only can he cook, he's entertaining, right? Right, Mike?
Oh, absolutely. We always enjoyed having Scott on the DU TV show, and I'm glad to see him, reprising his role again this year. And Scott always inspired me to try to cook and really do unique things with waterfowl. You hear another game, you hear those typical basic recipes that everybody sticks to, but it's a lot more fun when you get creative, and creativity is something that Scott has no lack of.
No, and that's what I want to ask him as we talk to the one and only sporting chef on Outdoors of Larry Ray on this Saturday, August the 9th. Scott, you've probably been asked this, and of course I'm a laid-back person. I tell everybody this is not Larry King Live, this is Larry Ray Dead. you know, because things pop in my head. What's the most, if you had to name the top 2 most unusual things you've ever cooked?
Well, you know, I have a show on Sportsman Channel called Dead Meat also.
That's what I know. That's what I'm leading into.
I'm telling you, don't eat the python. Rule number 1.
The python.
There's no reason to eat a python. It is, you know, you can eat rattlesnake. It's blah, blah, blah. You know, it's tender. Yeah. Well, I put it in sausage. It doesn't have a whole lot of flavor. You can chew python for about a day and a half, and it's still like old bubble gum. You can't get through it. You can wail on it, pound it, and it doesn't have any flavor. It's just like chewing on a tire.
Okay.
Sounds like eating gar.
Let's see, what else did we have? You know, armadillo.
Armadillo? Yeah.
Which is, of course, the only animal that can transmit leprosy to humans.
Right, yeah.
No reason to eat an armadillo.
Okay.
It's better than you might think. We cooked it slow, braised it, and it was like eating, you know, kind of pork deal. You just have to be careful when you're cleaning it, and it's best to wear gloves and all that kind of stuff. But, I mean, the rest of the goofy stuff we ate all tasted like meat.
It tasted like chicken. Is that what you're telling me? No.
That's, you know, most of the things that they say taste like chicken doesn't taste like
doesn't
chicken.
Taste like chicken.
Absolutely.
It doesn't taste like chicken at all. And I know that I know that a lot of folks know this, and Checker can say this too. Not only do you have you made a name for yourself in cooking, but that your roots are still in the outdoors, right? Right, Scott?
Oh man, I'd much rather be hunting and fishing than cooking. I mean, I like to cook. It's a passion of mine. I love people coming over to the house and cooking. I love being able to entertain people and give them new ideas on what to do. But I would much rather be sitting in a duck blind than in a kitchen.
How about that? How about that, Mike? Can he hit a duck? Can he shoot?
He can. He's quite a skilled waterfowler, and you know that's the beauty of the outdoors and hunting and fishing. You know, you get to spend time with friends. You know, observe unbelievable things that God provided on this earth, and then relive all that over the dinner table or the barbecue pit. You know, that night or later in the year. And you know, I know a lot of you are like me. Save specific meats and items that you took during the year for special occasions to serve with friends and family later in the year, and you know, it's just part of that great bounty that we have out there.
Well, I know Scott also in the I didn't want to get into the dead meat show, but I know that I like this idea of the co-host. Was that something that you kind of kicked around and said, let's bring in some different people?
You know, in the course of doing what it is I do, I've met some really interesting people that have good ideas to share. And, you know, I like getting other opinions, and I like getting different styles of cooking. If you're going to watch me every week, you're going to get pretty much the Scott Leysath style of cooking, fish, and game. There are people, you know, we've got people that are canning. We've got, you know, the stews, the jerky, the different kinds of cooking, the Dutch oven cooking. And then throughout the whole show, I'm cooking, you know, I'll cook a duck. And I'll say, this is how I cook the duck, and come on back, and you'll see the next stage of it. But in the meantime, you're going to see a whole bunch of other people showing what it is they do.
Well, I think it's pretty cool, and you can go to the Sportsman's Channel .com and find Scott's interesting show and some of the videos in there. We've put a link on LR-Outdoors.com. my website. And, hey, Scott, we appreciate you taking time this morning on Saturday morning. And Mike Checkett, I thank you, buddy. We miss you here, but I thought it'd be cool if we at least had a verification that I have been in the Scott class. You know,
well, I appreciate the invite. Scott, you're always welcome. You know that, and look forward to seeing you again soon.
Good talking to all you guys, Larry. I'll be waiting for you to do your segment for the show.
Yeah, okay. I'm really good. I'm on a special diet. We'll have to talk about that on some other time. So, all right, buddy. We appreciate it. Y'all have a great day. We'll talk to y'all. All right?
All right, we'll see you.
All right, thank you. Scott and Mike Checkett. How about that on Outdoors of Larry Ray?
I got to tell you something. That's pretty awesome. And
the one and only Scott Leysath. All right, you know, I mean.
I have to tell you, I went out on his website as we're talking and just looking at some of those recipes that he has. So I encourage everybody to get out there and go to his website, do a like on his Facebook page.
Do it, yeah.
And
yeah.
And follow him on Twitter. Wow, good stuff.
Go to the Sportsman Channel. That's on Fridays at 10:30 a.m. Central Time and Sundays at 6:30 a.m. Go to the Sportsman Channel. That's thesportsmanschannel.com for the sporting chef himself on Outdoors with Larry Ray. On Sports 790, we'll take a break right now. Come back. Ron Wong-In-Studio, Justin Wooten taking care of us. Be right back. Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on Sports 790. Well, a cool conversation with the one and only sporting chef himself, Scott Leysath. And we appreciate Scott calling in and hooking up with him from California.
Folsom, California.
Yeah, Folsom, California, where Ron Wong was. It took away about 5 minutes of our segment there, talking about Sacramento and that area with the one and only sporting chef.
You know what? It was a joy to hear Mike Checkett.
Yeah, and Checkett coming in there and talking to us too. Well, this is always one of our fun segments once a month on Outdoors with Larry Ray when we talk Little Red River, trout fishing with our good friend Billy Lindsey from Lindsey's Resort on the Little Red River over near Heber Springs. Good morning, Billy.
Hey, good morning, guys.
All right, now it's August, Billy, and I know that we had a cool July, if you want to call it that. The dog days of summer aren't over yet, but the trout still don't know what month it is, do they? I mean,
they're still a little confused, and that confusion is working to our benefit, guys.
That's what I've heard.
Milder weather has been good for us.
I have heard that.
I'll bet there's been a lot of people out there because of this nice weather. Of course, water temperature stays the same there in the river, doesn't it?
No, that water temperature on the Little Red's pretty constant, guys. It's in the mid to upper 40s just about all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Golly,
and
too cold to swim.
A little bit chilly for swimming. That's what we got a pool for. But
yeah, y'all don't have a sandy beach, I don't think, there. So
no, but he has a nice pool
right.
there at the resort.
It's a good pool and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going on fishing wise here as we go into the August here?
Well, actually, it's not like being in August. I mean, we may be seeing a little bit of slowdown in the numbers being talked about as far as the guides and that sort of thing, but not typical to this time of year. Normally, by this time of year, everybody's sweltering and going, "Wow, what happened to the fishing?" And the dog days really do set in. That just simply hadn't been the case, and water conditions continue to be very conducive to all types of fishing. The fly fishermen are loving the low water in the mornings till about 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then the folks that want to get out there and throw some crankbaits and do some different type fishing can do that in the afternoons when they're running a little bit of water. So that's kind of been the pattern.
And this is the time of the year that school has started back. So if you want to get away during the week, Billy'd love to see you over there, and there's no shortage of guides, right?
That's exactly right. And during the week right now is a great time to try to come. Weekends continue to be pretty heavy, but certainly if they want to come over during the week, we can get them in there. Just tell them to get on the phone, get a hold of us, and we will help them get it set up.
And Billy, a lot of folks say, "Well, I don't know how to fish the Little Red River. I don't know how to do this and that." And that's why you guys keep those guides on the water that know the river and is really a great place. I wouldn't recommend anybody just jumping out there and think they know how to do it, because there's a lot of skill involved in this. But
there is, Larry, and we can take them beginners to intermediate to the professionals. Now, I mean, and our guides are as good as you're going to find anywhere.
Yes, they are. Yeah,
they're courteous. They know the river. They know how to fish. They know how to show you a good time.
They are excellent,
and they will take good care of you.
All right. Well, tell them how to get in touch with you, Billy.
They can call us 1-800-305-8790.
Yes.
Go to our website at www.lindseyresresort.com, or go to our link on Outdoors Larry Ray.
You got it.
And Larry Ray Outdoors, and you can hook right up with us.
All right, Billy. Thank you, buddy. Always good to talk to you. Tell everybody hello for us, and hope you have a great August, okay?
All right, buddy. Thanks. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Billy Lindsey. And now you know who usually follows Billy Lindsey?
Yeah.
I'm not going to, I mean, it's I'll put Billy first because he got he thought
he was
hurt because this
well. I
other
mean, how
person,
do you follow? I couldn't follow our next guest.
No, you couldn't follow the next guest because
no way.
I mean, this next guest is probably one of our most sought after monthly
absolutely.
guests on Outdoors with Larry
just
Ray.
to get her on is a task in itself.
Yeah, because this person has it's the only one that we know has her only her theme song that we use. And so we're trying to hook up with this one and only favorite person here.
Hey, speaking of which, as we're waiting for her to get on, because she's so busy.
Okay, but she's got her own theme song when it comes to it. So let's bring her in to the studio. Justin, can you do this? There she comes. There it is. I love that.
And here she comes dancing into the studio.
Let's just play that. Let's play that for the next 5 minutes, and she'll just dance around the room.
Yeah, but she'll be fine.
All right.
She never has much to say.
Our one and only Marty to Marbry.
Good morning, gentlemen. How
Good morning.
You?
Oh, we're doing great. Every time I hear the music, it just brings Justin he likes the music too. I mean, come on.
Absolutely. And did y'all notice my new moves this morning? I had some new moves coming
Well,
in.
my glasses fogged up, so I can, when you came in the room, I couldn't see all your moves.
She's good, isn't she?
Yeah, I'm pretty quick too over here too.
Yeah.
Hey, Marty, I know this is August. What's going on tourism-wise?
Let me tell you, you guys are going to have to hush because I got to use all my 5 minutes today.
You sure do.
It is cram-packed. Starting August the 9th, it is Elvis Week 2014.
Oh, my goodness.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Can you believe it? It is already Elvis Week. And let me tell you guys, this year is going to be great because they are bringing the main stage back to the Graceland campus.
Oh,
so
okay.
That is going to be exciting and a lot of new events to go along with the Candlelight Vigil this week. So don't forget, August 9th starts Elvis Week.
That's it. Yep.
August the 15th and 16th, it is the PCA Annual Rodeo in Lexington, Tennessee. It is a great event that benefits St. Jude.
All right. Okay.
August 16th and 17th, it is the in Halls, Tennessee, Wings Over Halls.
That is a great
show.
event. That's a great show. Yeah.
It's great. Larry, they've got some World War II aircraft from all over the United States.
That was a famous.
If you recognize any of them.
Yeah, that was a famous base during World War II.
Absolutely.
Halls was. Okay.
It was the World War II air base right there in Halls.
I'm marking this down. Okay.
They're gonna have some special performances by some of the aircraft. They're gonna have a wing walker, along with great food. It makes it the perfect family event.
You're gonna walk on a wing.
Also,
you're gonna be on a wing.
Absolutely, I'm doing some wing walking.
All right, I'll eat a wing.
Hey, I need to get out there.
You know what?
I need to get out there and video this.
I'm gonna be eating wings. That's it. August the 16th in McKenzie, Tennessee. I cannot wait for this event. The Southern Fried and Sweet Tea Festival.
Oh, no. That's great for my cholesterol, right? That's just what I wanted to hear, Marty, this morning.
Just take an extra pill and come in and have a good time.
Pill.
There's going to be all kinds of events, entertainment. This year they've added a dog show, so that's great. And this year's going to be Aunt Bee's Throwdown, a cooking competition that is sponsored by Lodge Cookware.
Ooh, okay. Aunt Bee's Throwdown.
What's that going to be?
That's going to be fun. Throwdown. Ron, you got to get in there.
The throwdown.
I'm ready.
Somebody throws a Lodge skillet on somebody's head.
Oh, that's
no, that's not good.
Throw Aunt Bee down. That's what it is.
Then we've got August 23rd, Discovery Park of America's next concert features Everclear, Tonic, and Vertical Horizon.
Wow.
That sounds interesting.
It does sound interesting. Those names are pretty interesting, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Also on August the 23rd, we've got the community celebration of gospel music at Parker's Crossroads.
Oh, wow.
That's
good.
That's a
free
great
concert.
Yeah.
An opportunity to enjoy the evening. A lot of good gospel choirs, so there's going to be faith, music, and food.
Okay.
Bring your lawn chair and camp out.
Okay.
August 29th through September the 1st, Benton County, the 30-mile yard sale. So you come on out for some cool stuff, some great bargains. The residents and vendors are going to have a route set up through Camden, Tennessee.
Okay.
As always, visit a farmer's market, state park, or a new West Tennessee attraction, and you can find it all at tnvacation.com. Whew, I'm out of breath.
You did great. I can't wait to go see the Ain't Beat Throwdown. I got that down for sure then. All right, Marty.
Come on out.
We love you, girl. Thank you. She goes out of the room with her music. There she goes. See you, Marty.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Here she goes. Oh, get her music. She can't leave till the music comes. Justin's looking for it. He's trying to find it. We got to get her out of here.
He's working.
There she goes.
He is working.
There she goes. Look at Justin doing it. He got some moves, too, over there.
Yeah, he does.
There he goes.
Yeah, he is.
All right. All right.
Video camera time.
All right. Let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray as Justin takes us out of here on Sports 790. I like that music. That's good.
I do like it.
WMC Memphis, WMFS HD2 Bartlett Memphis. Go local on 92.9 FM ESPN. Go national on ESPN 790 AM.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray as we close in on our final two segments. Justin Wooten is our show producer taking care of us. Marty Marbry has done waltzed out of the, I don't know if that's a cha-cha-cha, out of the room, talking about West Tennessee tourism. Busy show today. Appreciate Scott Leysath from the Sporting Chef himself. But these final two segments, second Saturday of the month, you know we talk a lot of fishing because the one and only, I'm glad there's only one of him. Sometimes there appears to be two or three. I can tell you that. He's everywhere. My good friend Ron Wong is in with me on this second Saturday. And Ron, I know you're excited about talking to this next guest because, you know, we've been friends and fans of Lew's for a long time here.
Since the early 70s.
That's right. And so
good stuff.
We're going to talk about some new Lew's LFS reels for sure.
Well, that and
more.
A great program that Lew's has supporting our veterans.
Yes.
I mean,
so why don't you introduce this next guest?
Well, he's all over the
yeah,
the
Virginia,
U.S.
Yeah.
And he does a great job. He's the director of the Lew's Pro Staff, Mike Eustler. Mike, good morning.
Hey, buddy. I'm glad to be here. How you guys doing?
Doing great.
We're doing great.
You're the Pro Staff Director for Lew's, which means you also get out in the field and do a lot of work. And I know that you guys just finished this last week a American Hero program, which is one of Lew's programs as a community service outreach program, right?
Yes, we were in Stafford, Virginia, at Hope Springs Marina, and the folks there treated us just great. We had approximately 80 vets, and the Real American Heroes Foundation is a super organization. This is the fourth year they've had a tournament like this to just get some of the guys that have served our country, and all these guys and gals are from, you know, they've been in Afghanistan several tours and Iraq or wherever, and it's just our privilege to be a small part to pay back these folks for giving us our freedom and the rights that we enjoy in our country.
That's pretty awesome. And, of course, you know, we just finished with ICAST 2014.
Yes.
And in that, you guys have introduced a brand new reel that's coming out, I think I heard around November, and also a new line of fishing rods that they say are lighter, faster, stronger, more sensitive.
Yes.
First, let's touch base on the reels.
Okay.
The new LFS reel that's coming out.
Of course, the LFS, is our lighter, faster, stronger logo, and that's where you get the LFS.
Oh, okay. All right. That's good. Yeah.
We took some of the reels that we had before. We had our speed spool, you know, is an under $100 reel, and we took it and we made it lighter, faster, and stronger. Yet we were able to keep it still at the same price.
Ooh, I like
that.
Yeah, I like that.
And it's going to come in at about 7 ounces, and 6.9 to 7 ounces.
God.
And we got 3 different ratios for it, and it's a really a super good reel.
Now, when do you expect that to be on the market?
The SS, the Speed Spool G's are available now.
Oh, wow.
Now the others that we'll talk about won't be out till later, but we've been shipping the SS models here in the last week or two, and they're neat. They're good reels, and you're going to be excited about them. Our next series is called the Tournament MB. And it's got a few more features to it, but it's still going to come in under $140. So it's going to be a one-piece die-cast aluminum frame, and comes in the 3 gear ratios also.
Wow.
Well,
I'll tell you what, and you know, and you've got another. Is that the reel that's going to come in at 5.9 ounces?
Well, no, that's the next one I'm going to talk about.
You've got one
in Lose Light.
And 5.9 ounces?
Super baby.
Golly, I mean that's amazing.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
it is. You can't believe how lightweight this reel feels, and you know, it's going to come in under $240, and that's amazing for a reel that weighs 5.7, has a aluminum frame. It has carbon 45 side plates, and it's a race car looking reel to start with.
Wow.
And its performance is really great.
What's it going to be called?
It's called the Team Lose Light Speed Spool.
The Team Lose Light Speed
Spool.
Speed Spool at 5.9 ounces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5.7.
5.7. I don't want to miss a couple of 2/10 of an ounce on that.
It makes a difference over the day.
On a long day's fishing, those 2/10 will make a lot of difference.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Boy, that's exciting. So we're still looking. They'll be out in time for Christmas, right?
Oh yeah. They will be out, and I'm probably going out on a limb here, but I'm saying you'll start seeing them in retailers and dealers by the 1st of October.
God,
oh wow, that's so good.
Yeah, everybody looking for a birthday. You got a birthday coming up after October. Look for this, because I mean that's even if you got it shipped to you, wouldn't cost nothing. Don't weigh nothing. So
absolutely.
That's right. They're very lightweight and really durable, and got all the features that we've packed into the traditional Lew's reels that we've been producing, and we just found some ways to, or the engineers did. I didn't, but they found the way to make it a little lighter.
Well, Mike, I know later on today after the show, I'll be going out to our hunting and fishing extravaganza, and I've got a couple of seminars. I'm doing a crappie seminar, and I'm doing a bass seminar, but certainly we're going to show off some of the Wally Marshall stuff that you guys got that is, wow.
Yeah.
For the price. I mean, one of his signature rods is $49. A reel is $29. I mean, it's some great stuff. But also, you guys won an award at ICAST 2014 with your American Hero bait cast combo. And, and I've got one of those American Hero rods, which we'll be showing today out at the show with a tournament pro on it. But what a rod.
Yeah, Lew's is very honored to and humbled to receive that Best of Show award. That's
a super award. Yeah.
That is, and then it also gives our dedication to our American heroes. That's what the rod is, and combos and portions of the sales from those go back to things like the real American heroes and the weekend warriors, things like that. So we're that's where it's going. And that's where justifiably it should. But we're really proud of that award, and I hope it reflects the people that it represents.
Well, I know that particular rod and reel, the combo itself is an excellent performing everyday, what I would call an everyday rod and reel. It's something that you can use for a myriad of different types of techniques. If you only were able to get one rod and reel combo, this is the one I would say to get.
Well, if Ron says that, I believe it, and I know that, Mike, you guys were nice enough to send Ron some Lew's caps that I know we gave away 2 or 3 on last week's on our special 13th anniversary show. Those are cool caps, and we appreciate you sending those to Ron. And he'll probably have something out there today at the show.
Yeah, we'll be out at the show and showing off all the great stuff. And I have to tell you, Mike, what about the new rods coming out real quick?
Hey, we've got the Lew's Custom Speed Stick. It's a real racy looking, type of rod. It's lighter. It kind of fits our LFS series of reels. That it's lighter than most of our other rods.
It's got to be light if it's Lew's.
It's going to come in a price point of $129 to $149.
Wow!
That's light on my wallet.
Super reasonable.
Yeah. And I know you guys really, and I've noticed this, and Ron knows this, that all of us are cost conscious. But folks out there, Lew's has been one of those companies that has tried to make it so the working guy, gal, can have a rod and reel here.
I remember when they first came out with the speed stick.
Speed stick. Yeah.
I mean, it was such a reasonably priced rod for a light rod at the time. I was able to afford them back then when I was making $3.25 an hour.
You probably still got it someplace.
I do have some.
Yeah, I would keep some. They'd be worth something down the road and everything. Well, Mike, we appreciate you, buddy.
You bet.
Being with us this morning, and thank you for Ron hooking up and everything. And
also, before you go, if somebody wants more information about Lew's products, where do they go, Mike?
Go to lews.com, lews.com, and all of our info is there. And, you can find contact numbers to call our customer service, and we'll be glad to help you out in any way we can.
Thank you, Mike. We appreciate you. We'll talk to you down the road. Stay in touch, okay?
You bet.
All right, have a great day.
Bye-bye.
All right, Mike Eustler. He is the pro staff director for Lew's. Always one of our favorite people to talk to, the Lew's folks. And like again today, out at the Agri Center, Ron Wong will be out there, part of the seminar.
We'll be out there, and we're going to have a good time, Larry.
1 and 3 o'clock, and at 1 o'clock he's going to talk fall bass fishing.
3 o'clock, we're going to talk crappie fishing.
All crappie fishing seminars.
We're going to show off some of these products that we've talked about today, too.
Yeah.
And how to use it and everything else. Also want to remind all of our listeners.
Yeah.
This week coming up. Is a little bitty old tournament being fished out of Lake Murray, South Carolina.
Yeah.
And I'm going to lean on Guy and Larry. I'm going to be sending pictures in.
Yes, we're going to have them.
Beginning on Tuesday and Wednesday.
You're heading to Lake Murray.
To Lake Murray, the Forest Wood Cup.
Yes.
And you'll be able to find some really candid photos and videos at LR-Outdoors.com, but photos will come first, but we'll be doing lots of that.
He's everywhere. I told you that. There's 2 of him, I think, out there. Ron 1, Ron 2, Ron 3. But and speaking of Lake Murray and the FLW Cup, Forest Wood Cup, we're going to close out today's show with a Stick around.
Right.
Stick around.
Yeah, we do.
You're going to want to talk. You're going to want to listen to.
Hey, our local hero.
Mark Rose is coming up next on Outdoors with Larry Ray on Sports 790.
Now back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray as we start our 14th year on the air. And I know this one of our guests coming up right now has been on here several times, and he's part of the radio family.
Yes, he is part of the family.
We're proud of what he's accomplished and all that he stands for, not only when he's fishing, but in real life. And that's our good friend Mark Rose from West Memphis, Arkansas. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, guys. Always a pleasure to be on here with you folks.
All right. And also,
yeah,
because Mark is going to be a participant in the Forest Wood Cup there at Lake Murray, South Carolina.
So is this his interpreter that you brought along with him?
Well,
okay.
somebody that knows everything about the Forest Wood Cup That's Joe Opager. Joe, how are you this morning?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me on, gentlemen.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, well, I know Joe is in his capacity as Director of Relations for the FLW based out of Hopkins, Minnesota.
Yeah.
We wanted Joe in here with us as Mark stands up there among how many's in this thing now, Joe? How many anglers? Pros?
45 is the field for the 2014 Forest Wood Cup.
And you know, we're being very well represented out of the Memphis area here by Mark Rose and Michael Woolley also, both Strike King pros. And so we're going to be very well represented. Certainly we are cheering both of you on. First of all, Mark, it's been a long year. And, of course, you set your sights every year to make the Forest Wood Cup. How does Lake Murray set up for you?
It doesn't set up very good for me at all, to tell you the truth.
Oh, you don't have a lot of blueback herring lures?
But, hey, anytime, like you said, it's Super Bowl of our sport, you know, and it's what we strive for every year to get there, no matter where it's at. You know, I've had it right here close to home at Lake Ouachita, and I've been all over. And, you know, I fished Lake Murray the last time we had our cup there, and I wasn't catching anything going into that tournament, and I actually led the tournament the first day. So I'm going to go into it with anticipation that I'm going to win the tournament and get on something while I'm there. I didn't go and do a lot of pre-fishing. I have a strategy going into every Forest Wood Cup. Sometimes it's put a lot of work into it, and sometimes it's just stay away and let it come to me when I get there. And this one I chose to stay away. You know, I can't go there and put a lot of work in and try to beat, you know, Bryan Thrift and Anthony and those guys that are really good at that herring deal and brush piles and all that. So I chose to just stay away and go and show up and let something new and fresh come to me. Maybe that those guys aren't looking at, but I have lots of anticipation. I love the event. It's the biggest game in town in professional bass fishing.
Well, you know, and here in our area, I mentioned a couple of names. Of course, you, Mark, Michael Woolley's in it, but Randy Haynes and Jason Lambert out of Pickwick, Council, Tennessee. So we're very well represented out of the area here. Joe, there's a lot going on with the Forest Wood Cup. I mean, it's an event that, you know, I encourage any of our listeners out there to try to go and attend. It's a great little mini vacation and lots to do. Tell all of our listeners what there is out there for them to do, Joe.
Absolutely. Well, in addition to coming out and, you know, visiting with 45 of the best anglers in the world, we've got a full schedule of events throughout the entire weekend. And it's a lot of fun for the entire family. Something new this year that we're doing is the Bass and Barbecue Festival. We've partnered with the South Carolina Barbecue Association there in Columbia to come out, and they've got 35 of the top barbecue teams in the state to come out and compete in a barbecue competition. Fans enjoying the FLW Expo can come out and pay $5. That'll get you 5 different 2-ounce samples from, you know, different ribs, brisket, every type of barbecue you can imagine is there. And then, you know,
we're back to food again. But that's not Memphis barbecue, Joe. I'm sorry. I mean, it's.
Well, I'm willing to try anything, so I'll be there.
Ron,
for $5, I can handle it.
Ron's going to try that out, but that's of course the tournament dates are August 14th through the 17th. 17th. That's next week, and I know that. Mark, you look at this and you think $500,000. Do you even
That's
think
exactly what I'm thinking?
I wanted to make sure. Are you thinking of that, buddy? I mean,
yeah. You know, I have a motto, Larry, that I show up and I do the best I can every tournament. I work hard. I try to honor God, and I leave the results up to Him. But every tournament, you know, I'm anticipating that, and if I wasn't competing at the highest level and trying to beat these guys and win every tournament, then I shouldn't be out there. But yeah, that's the goal this week. But hey, I'm going to go work hard, win, lose or draw. You know, I'm going to get a good check just for showing up. That's the great thing about FLW Outdoors. I've staked my career on it. I think it's the best tournament trail going. It's an opportunity to make a great living. And I'm here getting ready to go and make an appearance at Walmart today. I'm so thankful for them and what they do for our sport and our country in general for, giving us all these low prices that we work hard for every day. And, and to represent all my local sponsors. I've got some great people that support me, Barton Power Sports, Holly Chevrolet, Strike King, and then some national sports that are sponsors that I couldn't do without. So I'm just like a kid in a candy store this week. I'm going to have a good time, win, lose, or draw. Me and Joe and the entire FLW family and all the anglers, we're just going to have a good time this week, working hard and promoting a sport that I think is the greatest out there.
Well, I tell you what, when I got that FLW preview in the mail, that magazine.
Yeah.
Man, I was overwhelmed with all the stuff, and all of a sudden I see a full page of Mark Rose looking at me. Right there. You've
come a long way, Larry.
You have come a long way, buddy. I can tell you that, but you're just as competitive as you were sliding into second base at Arkansas State. I can tell you that for a fact, too.
Hey, it's a lot more fun fishing than it is playing baseball, though, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah, I get to eat what I catch a lot of times.
That's exactly.
That's right. Well, I've got to attend and do a couple of seminars today at the Mid-South Hunting and Fishing Extravaganza, and soon after that, I'm going to be heading.
You're heading there,
to
aren't you?
South Carolina, to the Lake Murray. They're out of Columbia, South Carolina, to visit with Joe and also Mark. I will see you there. I hope we get a chance to hook up a little bit.
I'm sure we will. I always see you out there on the dock working hard, camera in hand, pen and pad. So I'm sure I'll see you.
He is Mr. LR-Outdoors.com. I can tell you that, buddies. Well, hey, we appreciate both of you guys being on with us this morning. Mark, you know what we feel about you, buddy. So go get them over there. Rub that red head and go after them, okay?
Godspeed, my friend.
My best, Larry.
All right, Joe, thank you, buddy. And take care of Ron Wong when he's over next week. Don't let him work too hard, okay?
Will do. We'll see you down there, Ron.
Okay, take care.
Thank you, guys. Talk to you later.
See you guys.
All right, see you. All right, that's the one and only Mark Rose, our good friend from West Memphis, and Joe
Opager.
All right, Joe Opager.
Opager.
All right, let me tell you about next week's show. Ron, of course, will be at the FLW tour over there, and be sending back photographs, and I know eventually videos and everything to LR-Outdoors.com. But next week's show, we're going to have Frank Barton from the Barton Power Sports in studio with us. Talk a little bit more about that Polaris slingshot.
And also some of those great toys he's going to have out there at the sports show today and tomorrow.
He'll be out there today.
I'll be out there looking at and playing with his toys.
I know he has a lot of good toys from the Barton Power Sports. We're also going to talk to Steve Hall. He's the executive director for the International Hunter Education Association in the USA. Talk about hunter education as we go into the fall hunting season and how you need to be prepared and some other things along that line. Ernie Lentz is going to be on with us. That's our good friend from Arkabutler Lake field office. They're taking applications now for the physically challenged deer hunt that comes up in December down at Arkabutler, and we'll talk with Ernie about that. Ron's been down there and seen that great event.
I have to tell you, that's such a great event. And Larry, I hope you'll encourage some of our listeners to get involved.
Be volunteers.
They need help not only to move the disabled around, but also to help them with the hunt itself by sitting in the stand and doing all that kind of stuff.
And that's in December.
Great stuff.
Great stuff. And so Ernie will be on next week's show trying to hook up with Brody Swisher, our good friend Brody Swisher from Bro Outdoors. He's going to be the guest speaker at Millington First Baptist Wild Game Dinner, and they've moved it this year. It's on Saturday, September the 6th. Put that date on your calendar, Saturday, September the 6th at Millington First Baptist, and then also put on your calendar September the 20th at Kirby Woods Baptist. I'll be the speaker out there at Kirby Woods Baptist on September the 20th for their Wild Game Dinner. Ron, thank you for being here, buddy.
Well, thank you very much, Larry.
Have a great day out at the show today.
I will, and it's always fun out there. And was a great show today. We talked a lot of food from the beginning to
Here we
the
go
end.
again. That's right. Ron Wong, Justin Wooten, thank you for taking care of us.
Justin's the man.
This is Larry Ray. Remind you, I do each and every week that it doesn't cost an extra cent to be a good sport. And God bless the USA.
By Memphis, Tennessee, we got woodlands, fields, and water. Hey, there is